So recently I've been going through a really difficult stretch in life, and this has been going on for almost 2.5 years at this point. And it really started with me uncovering the reality of how long I've lived life with behaviors that were not loving of myself. So I received love or thought that love came from helping other people, stretching myself thin for other people, being a people pleaser and accomplishing things or supplying things or working for things. So my income or my accomplishments gave me praise, therefore that praise was love, therefore I wanted more of those or to be able to help more, things like that. It's really, really unhealthy loop that one day I'll delve more into. But the point of it is I realize that as your behaviors change in ways that honor yourself more and love yourself more and position yourself to hold your boundaries and to really start practicing the things that are loving behaviors to yourself, the people around you who benefited from you being being a super people pleaser or any of those things that assisted them at the detriment of yourself, push back. And there's a feeling of disappointment and sadness that comes with knowing that you never received love in the way that you thought you did. You were, in essence, being, I want to say used, but definitely you denying yourself love and putting that onto or for other people was more beneficial to them than it was to myself. But at the same time, I recognize now that there's a cost to finding that love for yourself. And I'm not talking about self-care love and, spa days love and things. I'm talking actual behaviors and things that are loving of yourself, which are holding your boundaries, doing the things that you say you're going to do for yourself as a priority over things other people may need of you, holding time and space for yourself, honoring your feelings, allowing yourself to feel feelings and to know that it's okay to express those feelings and expect to have space to express those feelings in genuine relationships and genuine friendships, etc. So it's one of those things where you realize the more you grow into who you are becoming and who you feel like God or whatever it is that you believe in has placed for you to be, there's a cost to it, and that cost sometimes is unexpected, and it's sometimes deeper than what you believe that it should be. But one of the things I am truly believing in is just the wavelength of life. And I got this analogy from somewhere. I wish I remembered it because I've been using it so much, but it's one of those things where it's like, if you are not, when you look at a heart rate monitor for someone who's in the hospital and it's, telling you if they're alive or dead, it's going up and down and up and down. And that's kind of how the heartbeat is. It's also how life in the universe works. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. And it's almost like that should be expected, and that is a part of life, because without the up and down, you're just flat. And when you're flatlined, you're basically dead. And there are a lot of people who are very happy and comfortable living a flat kind of day-to-day, everything staying the same. They're resistant to change, resistant to the challenges and, all of the different things that could help them grow or push them to grow, but instead are pushing and holding to hold that flatness. And when you decide to go up, or you decide to go up and start going down, because you're going to get one or the other eventually, you become more misaligned with people who do want to stay flat and do want to keep the status quo. And it creates a lot of friction, and it creates a lot of energy between kind of differing things. It's like an object in motion and an object that is dead set on staying still. And it's like both of those cannot win in most scenarios. But in our relationships with other people, the more we change, the more we realize who is supposed to be in our life and who isn't. And it's a really fucking hard reality to come to sometimes, because some of the people that you thought were going to be in your life forever, or you had such strong connections with, you realize that at some point you outgrew that relationship or outgrew that person, or you just start expecting more of your relationships with people in general, and you just kind of naturally drift apart. But whatever the situation is, I feel like it's one of those growing pains that I'm learning is just necessary. It's just like I have a 4-year-old son going on 5 in April, and like sometimes he would cry at night because like he's growing pains, and I can always tell when he's going through growing pain because he'd be eating way more at dinner time, 1 and 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and then at night he would just kind of wake up moaning and whining. And eventually we just realized it was literal growing pains. And it's like, as a child he feels those things physically, but as an adult, when we continue to grow and we continue to adapt to our surroundings and roll with the punches and all the things that we're supposed to be doing to not only survive this life but to thrive in this life, there are going to be growing pains that come with that too. And it's one of those, I'm hoping and praying that the harder the growing pains, the deeper the depths that you go during your growing pains, the higher the highs will be eventually. So I'm praying that that is the right balance that the universe is trying to give me, because I cannot explain the season that I've been in outside of it has been everything that I asked for in every single way that I did not ask for it. But I'm grateful for it nonetheless, because the end result will still be the end result. It's just sometimes you realize to really get to that happy ending, you really got to fucking deal with that fucking nasty middle. And the nastier the middle, the happier the ending can seem, because of the contrast between the two. Again, the highs and the lows. And it's like every good story has a nasty middle, or some sort of middle that challenges a person. And I'm grateful for mine. Just I'm not gonna lie that it fucking sucks to be in them nonetheless.